Big fight Friday night, Leah McCourt, Sinéad Kavanagh. Who have I got?
Well, first of all, I would like to say that what an achievement it has been by all the ladies in MMA in the last 10-15 years.
I don't think it would be overstating it that'd be the biggest, one of the biggest national fights, forget genders, but certainly the biggest Irish female fight of all time.
Two males that have been ranked so highly in their respective divisions and fought each other, especially in Ireland, so you can't say it's not. I think that it doesn't really matter the wording around it, but I think everybody's going to know on the night, you know, when we walk out and we fight, it's just going to be electric. It's going to be such a special moment.
I mean, right now we have an all-female, all-Irish co-main event that has so much attention, so much media interest, so much interest from the fans. 10-15 years ago, you couldn't dream of that. There was just simply no hope.
Two females, Irish, top 5, talented, dangerous in their own right, and so much on the line for this fight. Yeah, I really do think so. Like, there's no one going to leave that seat for this fight, for sure.
Oh my God, I'm super excited for it.
It's going to be a cracking matchup, not only for the title of the First Lady of Irish MMA, but also a battle between two former IMMAA world champions. It's a cracker of a fight.
And the reason we have this now is all because of the incredible hard work that the ladies have been putting in order to promote women's MMA and MMA in general over the last 10-15 years. So congratulations on that already. This is an incredible achievement.
It's sort of a fight that everybody involved in the scene went, when? It wasn't if. You know, there's not an enormous number of 145 women at that level in Europe, never mind Ireland.
It's huge for the sport, you know what I mean? It's big bragging rights. Who's the best female in the country right now? That's on the line right now. It's who's the best, Sinead or Leah. Like, when you look at female MMA in the country, like, Leah's paving the way now as well. Like, she's everywhere. She's fighting everywhere. She's doing great for herself, great sponsorships. So, like, Sinead can take all that. If Sinead goes out and beats her, that's all Sinead's then. And vice versa for Leah. If Leah beats Sinead, Sinead just fought for the title, so it puts Leah into the huge picture. So it's huge for them. Whoever wins is going to be a huge opportunity for their next fight.
It's actually one of the more exciting fights on the card, and I'm really looking forward to watching it. So best of luck, girl.
Well, at the end of the day, the real winners are the fans. That's all I'd say on it, you know. And it will be. It's a great fight. They're two great women, and yeah, the fans have really won in the fight. They're the biggest winners. But like I say, yeah, a fight that I'd rather not see happen yet. But it is what it is.
It is almost a shame. I don't like seeing Irish versus Irish. But when you get to a bigger stage, then I feel like it's a good move. You know what I mean? We get to showcase just how good we are. But like I often see, we've seen it maybe going back 6-8 years, you had like the best Irish versus the best Irish, and there were such tough fights that, you know, a lot of them would drop off then. But like I said, when the guys get to a high level, when they're getting paid, well then, yeah, go for it, you know. But
Leah has consistently proven she's a winner. She keeps stepping up. She keeps winning. You know, she's got her skill set. Sinead, stalwart of Irish MMA, just off a rough loss to Cyborg. She had her moments in it, but brief fight, got caught with a good shot. But she's had over the years some great fights in Dublin.
Nipping at each other's heels. They trained with each other in the past. They prepared each other for fights. Like, I don't know how it's gonna go. I can't predict the future, obviously, but you know, obviously, Leah has the predominantly grappling background, you know what I mean? She's really good at judo. I think she's judo black belt. I think she's only got her jiu-jitsu black belt, if I'm correct, recently. And then you have Sinead, who is just an animal on the feet, you know what I mean? Serious, heavy hands, good boxer. Like, I remember when I first joined SBG, I was doing boxing drills with Sinead, and she was lettering me out, but I was like, fucking hell, the power in this one's hands, you know what I mean?
I know the two girls have sparred, and you know, I know what's been gone on in the spars in the past, and it's still very open. That's all I'll say. You know, it's the longer the fight goes on, it's probably going to go towards Leah. But if Sinead hits her, she goes down. That's the end of the story. So like, genuinely, I don't know what's going to happen. If both girls turn up the very best versions of themselves, it's going to be a hell of a fight.
It's been a while now. Like, I don't know when's the last one we had. But, yeah, it was just back and forth, you know. She has her thing, I have my thing, which is, as I said, we're both dangerous because we know what we bring, like, and yeah, it's like she's good at what she does, I'm good at what I do, and it's just two different sports, like in one sport.
Obviously, I've an awful lot of time for Sinead. She's a teammate of mine now for a number of years. I just have a soft spot for Sinead. She's a lovely human and a hell of a fighter. I really like Leah. I was actually sitting beside Leah for the last Bellator. I had a good laugh with her. She's a lovely person too.
I think it's a classic striker versus grappler matchup, if I'm being honest. I think Sinead's got serious power in her hands, and I think if she walks forward the way she does and catches Leah, it could be Sinead's night. Then if Leah gets it to the ground, she's obviously a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and you know, winning stuff like the Pan Ams, I think it was. It's going to be a short night for Sinead, so I really think the key in this fight is going to be wrestling, whether it be defensive or offensive. Whoever can dictate their wrestling better on the night is going to win this fight. If Sinead's able to manage to stop Leah's takedowns and let off some strikes, or if Leah can get the takedown and get off some submissions. But I do think wrestling is going to be the key to this fight.
Classic grappler versus striker matchup. Can Leah get a hold of her with that headlock judo throw? Can she press that ground game and put Sinead on her back, or is it going to be Sinead do the knockout?
Tough one. Sinead's great in the feet, powerful hands, tough as hell. Leah's slick with those submissions. Both ladies have great experience, have medalled at won golds at the IMMAA World Championships and been on the pro scene a long time. At the top of the table there when it comes to MMA. And leading the way, not just for the female MMA, but for all MMA in Ireland. So it's a great fight between the two of them.
It's going to be an exciting fight. Like who would have thought that one of the most exciting fights on the card is going to be like Leah and Sinead, when you have Musasi and stuff like that on the card like that. That's a big fight as well. But they're going to be bringing their own like little intense war to the Tree Arena, which is going to be interesting because there's like a split for like who's on whose side, you know what I mean, in terms of Sinead and Leah. So we'll see what way it goes. But that's I just think it's going to be tit for tat, back and forth. Who gives who an inch, you know what I mean, and that's what's going to come down to on the night.
I'm not going to lie to you, of course. My support is with Sinéad Kavanagh. She's our girl. She's someone that I've trained with for many years, side by side. We've had many rounds of sparring with her, going blow by blow, punch by punch, kick by kick. So, of course, when you train that close with someone for so many years, it's, you build a very, very strong bond. This goes beyond just, regular friendship or whatever. We are very, very close, and, I've seen her, put in the work, year after year, day after day. Just like Leah, she's also a single mother, and has both ladies here have had really, really tough roads to where they are now. Both of them absolutely deserve to be in this place.
Hey guys, how's it going? Just giving my prediction for Leah McCourt and Sinead Kavanagh's fight on Bellator over the weekend for my guys over SevereMMA. Love you guys.
My prediction for Sinead and Leah's fight would be that if it says standing, I think Sinead will do a lot of damage. She has very heavy hands. I think if Leah takes her down, there'll be a bit of ground and pound and possibly a submission. But I think both girls are game and it will be a war. It could even go to full 3 rounds.
I'm going to go Sinead. You know what I mean? Sinead's a teammate, and I think if she does what she's what she's capable of doing in the gym every day and performs on the night, then I don't see why it'll go any other way but hers. You know what I mean? She's a hard worker. She's tough as fucking nails. Trust me when I say she is tough as nails. You physically need to knock her out to stop her. So unless Leah knocks her out or whatever, like, I just don't see Sinead stopping, and that's going to work in Sinead's favour in my eyes.
I think it'll be an even fight on the feet, but I think as soon as it hits the ground, that's where the difference will be seen. That's where I think Leah's going to get the finish. So sooner or later, it's going to hit the ground, and Leah's going to get a submission win.
I think Sinead Kavanagh by KO or TKO. I think probably early enough. I think Leah's style of grappling and her style of takedowns is, because her judo background, is going to force her to reach on the feet for the takedown. I think that's going to leave her open to the kind of short hooks that Sinead likes to throw. So that's my prediction.
I'm leaning towards Sinead. I think that trying to get a hold of Sinead, you're going to have to get through a gauntlet of chainsaws, and that's just not a good idea. So it's going to be a cracking matchup. Can't wait. But I'm picking Sinead on this one.
My prediction for Leah versus Sinead is that the start of the fight, Sinead's going to come out fast, throw some heavy shots, but overcommit, leaving it easy for Leah to close the distance and get the takedown. From there, I see Leah just outclassing her in the grappling and getting either an early submission win or early TKO stoppage. However she doesn't get the finish, I can see it just going like that throughout the rounds, where Sinead overcommits, Leah uses their advantage to win the grappling exchanges against the cage or on the ground, wherever it may be. Just think style-wise, this fight heavily favours Leah.
And well, Sinead's my teammate, so I'm gonna have to back Sinead. There's huge things in life for both of these fighters, and I mean, like, it's probably the biggest female fight, both of them. Like, everyone knows that, and I mean, big featherweight fight. I think, like, Sinead's tough. Like, Sinead, I'd hate to fight Sinead. You know what I mean? It's not a fun fight for anyone. I would have to back her, be my teammate, but.
You know, I would have to. Of course, I'm going to pick Sinead. She's my teammate. I'm going to pick Sinead to win that. But she has a tough night ahead of her. Both of them do. It's an insult to say it's a striker versus a grappler, because I know Sinead can grapple her ass off, and I know Leah can really put some really good strikes together too. So a very good matchup. It's going to be a hell of a fight.
So what I think may happen is, I think Sinead Kavanagh has definitely more knockout power. She's stronger, just generally hits a lot harder, but Leah McCourt is rangier, and I think she's probably going to play the smart game in this fight and eke out a decision.
Predictions, I don't really have one, because I think the two girls are really good at what they do. If anything, I think the fans are a winner for this fight. So yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes.
My prediction for the Sinead and Leah fight is the Sinead KO sooner or later. I think Leah might get her down at some stage. I think Leah might be able to control her on the ground for a little while, possibly, but I think Sinead's got too much of a defensive game at this stage to be caught by her. And I think at some point she's going to manage to connect.
I think if it stays on the feet, I think Sinead has the advantage, but if it goes to the ground, second, third round, and Leah is quick with them submissions, she can pull one off. But for me, it's the winner. It's whoever's going to go out and dictate their fight. You know, whoever's going to go out and be forced off the mark and put their game plan into action. That's the key to this on Friday night. The two ladies are super athletes, super fighters. It's going to be a tight one. But I think if Sinead can keep it on the feet and throw them hands, I think Sinead might take this, you know. But listen, best luck to the two ladies. Big fans of both of them, and wish them all the best. Good luck.
I do think that Sinead has the upper hand in this fight. She's got more MMA experience. She's been in much bigger fights than Leah in MMA. She has a lot more punching power. It is no joke being in there with Sinead, you know. I personally have had many spars with Sinead, and you know, you don't have to hold back. You don't have to think, oh, Sinead's a girl, so I'll go easy, another chance. You know, when you fight Sinead, when you spar Sinead, you go for it, because if you don't, you'll be getting woken up on the side of the mat, saying, all right, mate, it's time to go home. Sinead landed 1 or 2 punches on you, kid. Go home now. Yeah, so I do think that in this fight, I mean, it's no easy fight for any of the ladies here, Sinead or Leah. You know, both of them will come prepared. Both of them very tough, very hard workers, and good fighters. But I do think that Sinead will come out victorious here, and I hope that she gets another go at Cyborg. At Chris Cyborg. I think she didn't get to showcase her full potential in that fight, and I do think that this is the fight to make after this one. So best of luck to both ladies. Come out safe and sound, put on a show for the fans, and let's go.
Look, Leah is one of the best out there. Sinead's one of the best out there. Let's see who is the best between the two of them.
Just going to be like fireworks. I think the fans are going to be on their like. It's just going to be so back and forth, I think, and it's definitely. But we're going to steal the show. We'll steal the show.
Fireworks, isn't it? It's just nitty gritty. We're just going to get down. We're just going to get down to it, and that's it. You know, we're just going to try to hurt each other. That's all there is. Case closed.